I'm getting ready to go hunt some big hogs. I've been hunting a lot of deer, and so I've been using the 2-inch whitetail special Grim Reapers. You can see these guys are catastrophic to whitetail deer. So tonight I'm after some big hogs. I'm in an area that hasn't been pressured a lot. There's tons and tons of land, tons and tons of farmland. It's all corn, soybeans, peanuts, lots of peanuts, and these areas are getting destroyed by hogs. We're putting the micro Hades broadheads on there just for a little better penetration. So I'm gonna sling it at the target 1 or 2 times, just make sure it's dead, dialed on. Got to make sure this thing is razor sharp. I just want to get that extra penetration tonight if one of these big bar hogs comes in. They've been nocturnal, but a little bit cooler weather, so hopefully they'll come in before dark. All right, I'm in the blind. And I've already had hogs smell me coming in. I could hear them blowing at me. So we're in an area where it's just lots of hogs, no hunting pressure. Usually the big hogs. Shoot. Big hog. Real big hog. Unbelievable. Huge boar. Actually, I think it's a bar hog. Bar hog been castrated. And a giant. That is the biggest hog I've ever shot with my bow. Perfect. He's dying. I can hear him dying. That's so awesome, man. What a perfect shot. I had to wait for everything. So I had to wait for a slightly quartering away, leg forward shot, put it in the pocket, in that little crease. And with these Hades, I'm using the Hades, so the Grim Reaper has the Hades and the micro Hades. Hades is a fixed blade broadhead. And man, I don't know if it got a full pass through, but my arrow just disappeared into that monster beast. And there's no better feeling. Wow, that was incredible. I don't want to just kill that hog. I don't want to hit him with an arrow and then say, okay, that will kill him. I want to kill him quick. And the only way to do it with a hog like that is to put it in that pocket. This hog is over 300 pounds, easy. He could be 350. He is gigantic. He's probably been a bar hog, probably got castrated years ago, and has just gotten fat off of all these crops. Peanuts, corn, soybeans, and man, how many crops did we just save by taking that hog out of the equation? Unbelievable. I'm gonna give him some time because he's absolutely gigantic. But he's done for sure. I'm gonna replay the shot just to make sure, but man, that was beautiful. All right, this is where he was standing right here. Got blood, lots of blood. He's pouring. Hold the camera right. Pouring blood. It's hard to see blood in this this brown stuff. It's just brown pine straw and dirt. I know he went through somewhere in through here. Maybe, oh, he kept going this way. Okay, there we go. Back on it. He went this way. Yeah, look at that. And he's ripping through here, like ripping. Just look how high this blood is. This is waist high. And this is where it gets really interesting. And I am 100% sure this hog is dead, but still blood trailing through stuff like this. Man, you can smell hogs in there. I smell a boar hog. You can smell them. Down this tree. There's my arrow right there. There's the arrow. Just covered. There's that Hades broadhead by Grim Reaper. I mean, it's unbelievable. They make a perfect broadhead. Look at all that. Look at all that. One over here. Look at that. There he is. There's the giant. Right up there. Man, look at the blood. It's everywhere. There he is. Golly almighty. Huge cutters. Huge cutters. I mean, he is a bar hog and his tail's been docked. You can see a lot of people when they castrate him, they cut the tail off. Just easier, for, I guess, to identify, kind of marks them. But you're talking about some mighty good eating. This guy right here, that's close to 350 pounds of perfect pork. There's a farm that's about 300 yards that way. And well, there's farms all around, but there's a big farm about 300 yards that way. There's another farm probably 500 yards this way. Farms in all directions, farms across the street. And this is what these guys have been living off of. Soybeans, peanuts, corn, just as much as they can eat of it, causing the farmers all kinds of grief. These guys are a huge pest. But I'm gonna go grab the other camera and try to get some pictures before dark, but wow. Here he is, biggest hog I have ever killed in my entire life. Just a giant bar hog. We're guessing around 350. We're gonna get him on the scale. But they don't get much bigger than this in the wild. I mean, they usually, 225, 250 is a massive boar hog. And this guy's at least 100 pounds over that. So I mentioned in a prior video, I shot a huge hog. And I mentioned that these are, in my opinion, the toughest animal in North America to kill with a bow. People say, what about a grizzly? What about a moose? I'm talking about from a penetration standpoint with a bow and arrow. These guys have a huge, thick shield that is built to stop cutters from other hogs, big tusks. And they will stop a small caliber bullet. And I've seen so many times them just completely stop an arrow. So from a penetration standpoint, I believe there's no harder animal to kill with a bow with a smaller kill zone than a gigantic boar hog like this. That's my opinion, and I still believe that. It took me 15 minutes just to prop him up to this position and set the camera up, but I can't move him. He's way too big, so we're gonna get him out of here, get him on the scale, and see what he weighs. That's what they do. Hear that? That's those teeth grinding together, and that's what keeps them absolutely razor sharp. So I've already called some help. I've called some help, and my help is bringing help because I told them how big I think this hog is, and we're gonna need lots of help getting them on the buggy, that's for sure. I gotta go pick everybody up in the buggy, bring them back in here. They can't get back in here to where I'm at. So, going to get help. Y'all go first? Yeah. It's easier to... Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Holy. Jeez. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Well, let's see. 0 of him is off the ground. He's not even off the ground, and he's 81 pounds, so that's good. Still on the ground. Cruise past 300. Not as big as I thought he was. About what I called it.
327. I told you. 26.
What did you call?
328.
327.2. Wow. Big one.
It's a bit above average.
Yeah. Biggest boar I've ever killed with my bow. That sow was heavier. Look at that layer of fat on this hog.
Yeah, if you'll just put one in the middle, we'll all...
3-inch thick fat layer of fat.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Need to render that down, throw it on the fire, cook some backstrap or tenderloin in the fat. Yeah, that's what we'll do tonight. So much fat.
It's about 3 pounds, 4 pounds in it.
We got some backstrap and tenderloin off that hog. Rendered down the fat from the hog. Made a little bit of cracklings. That was pretty good. And then this is the tenderloin and backstrap.
You're gonna freak out. It tastes like tender fried chicken.
It does taste like chicken. Super tender. This is like a Chick-fil-A chicken nugget, but better. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I enjoyed it. It was freaking awesome. I don't eat a lot of pork, but a big boar hog like that, or a big bar hog like that, about once a year, it's hard to beat. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, stay wild. Now that piece was tender. Holy cow.
My piece was incredible.